What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Viv Luxx. I am in the kitchen today with my girl Greshka from Chago. She is going to run us through a delicious holiday Puerto Rican menu today.
All right, so we are gonna be starting off with a sofrito.
Okay.
Which we're gonna be incorporating into our arroz con gandule.
Okay.
And then obviously we have to finish the meal out with a dessert, and we will be making a holiday staple, tembleque.
All right, you talking to me nice today. For y'all people that love Puerto Rican food and don't know how to make it, this is for you.
So a sofrito is basically just a mixture of different herbs and vegetables. We have cilantro, recao,
Okay.
garlic. We normally use ajicito dulce, which are like really small, like sweet peppers. But I personally like to use orange and red peppers because,
Nice.
you know, it gives it that color and sweetness. And then onion as well. The first step would be to rough chop. So I'm gonna get into the cilantro. Right here we have about 2 bunches.
Okay.
And the reason why we rough chop is, you know, we obviously want to make it easy on the blender as well. Before obviously putting everything in the blender, we do want to put a little bit of oil or just to like smooth it out.
Nice.
So do you want to start putting it in the blender now?
Yes, I got you. Actually, let me take my rings off. I'm not being a good chef today.
Maybe I should take mine off too.
Yeah, let's be good chefs today. Let's put our rings away. Let's do that. Let me roll my sleeves up. You know, we got to get into the mode. You want me to put in oil first? Okay. You tell me when to stop then.
Okay. I think that's good.
Good?
Yeah. So it's about maybe a tablespoon.
No man gets left behind here. We gotta use it all. What's next?
All right, now we're gonna go in with 1 bunch of recao.
Okay, nice. There we go.
Now we're gonna go in with our peppers.
Nice. So you said it's not typically, the big ones are not typically used. You said like smaller ones are typically used?
That you
Typically, it's green peppers, the ones that are used. I personally don't like putting in the green peppers. I feel like it waters it down a little bit. That's just me though. I know not everybody's gonna agree with that, but...
All right, chef, we trust you. You know, we know you got it. Honestly, this blender's looking real colorful, real beautiful.
All right, so we've already have our onions here, rough chopped.
Nice.
It's 1 big onion that I use. And garlic, you need a lot. So
I'm seeing that. We got a whole bunch here.
Yeah, so maybe about like 2 bulbs or roughly like 20 garlic.
Pieces of garlic.
Yeah.
And when she says 20 pieces of garlic, we're looking at about this particular size, just so y'all know.
And now it's time to blend.
Look at that beautiful green color that we got there from all of those herbs, period. That garlic? Okay.
That's why we use a lot of garlic.
Woo!
Next, we are gonna be using it for our rice.
Amazing.
All right, so we have our rice.
Okay.
I personally like to use jasmine rice.
Okay.
I have about 2 cups of rice here. We have our sofrito. We have garlic paste. We have about 1 can of gandules. We have our green olives.
Nice.
And I just rough chopped a little bit of cilantro and recao to add to the rice. And we also have some annatto seeds. We're gonna be making an annatto oil.
Nice.
And that's what's gonna give our vibrant kind of like orangey color to our rice. And then also, in addition to a little bit of salt that we're gonna be adding, I also have adobo and sazon that we're gonna be utilizing from my Chago line. I wanted to bring something a little bit more natural and healthier to the Latin kitchens. A lot of the seasonings that are out in the market are they have artificial coloring, flavors, things that can really contribute in a negative manner
to illness, more or less.
Yeah, so I curated these seasonings so you know it's good for you and it's still packed with the flavor that we are accustomed to. Yes.
Period. We love an entrepreneur here on this show. Let's go.
First, we're gonna be starting off with making the annatto oil. We're gonna be putting the oil in the pot with the annatto seeds until the oil turns that like orangey reddish color that we want.
Okay.
And then we will be removing the annatto seeds out of the oil, and then we're gonna start incorporating our other ingredients. We're gonna first start cooking the sofrito along with the garlic paste, the olives, and then we're gonna be adding our pigeon peas to the mix. Okay, and just mix that around.
You got it.
Then we are going to go ahead and add our seasonings. So we're gonna do a tablespoon of each, a tablespoon of adobo and a tablespoon of sazon.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add a teaspoon of sea salt.
Boom, and then we mix it around. I haven't even tried it. My mouth is salivating. This might be the best arroz that we've made in this kitchen today.
Now we're gonna go ahead and add our 2 cups of rice. We'll just put that in there.
Okay.
And now we really wanna get all of that mixed in. That way the rice can get all of that color incorporated in
All
there.
right, let's get it. How's that?
That's perfect. And now right here we have about 3 cups of water.
Okay.
And we're gonna get that added in there. So I like to roughly chop some extra cilantro
Okay.
and recao
Okay.
to add in there.
Garnish, okay?
Yeah, that just adds a little bit more flavor,
A little
color.
herbaceousness. Beautiful.
And now we're gonna keep it in medium heat.
Okay.
And we're gonna wait until the water evaporates.
A few moments later.
All right. Smelling good. We got the rice grasping color here.
So you see how all the water has evaporated?
Yes.
So that's your sign that it's time to
move it a bit?
Yep.
All right. Let's get in there. It smells crazy. Like, I can't wait to get in on this. Like, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know.
So we'll go ahead and put the lid on it now, and we will turn the heat down a little bit to a low, and then we'll cook it for about an extra 15 minutes.
Lid on, rice is on, tembleque time. Let's get into it while this cooks down and does its thing. So talk to me a little bit about tembleque.
So it's coconut milk with spices like cinnamon, clove. So we're gonna start off with our tea, which is a 1/3 cup of water. Turn your burner on. We want it maybe like medium heat, and we're gonna add a couple of cinnamon sticks.
Okay.
And some cloves to it.
Beautiful.
So we'll just have that come up to a boil. That way, obviously, like the tea can infuse.
Right, and we can extract those flavors.
Yes.
All right, so she's bubbling now.
Yeah, so our tea is done.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and just take out the cinnamon sticks and the cloves out of the tea.
She got me working today.
Now we are going to go ahead and put in our coconut milk.
Okay.
So we're gonna have 2 cans of coconut milk in there.
Nice.
So a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Beautiful.
And then we're going to do a pinch of salt.
Okay.
And a pinch of cinnamon powder. And now we're gonna put in 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And then now we are going to put 1/2 cup of cornstarch. Before you put it in,
sift
we
it?
wanna sift it, yes.
Yes, ma'am. And finito.
Perfect. So now what we want to do is we want to whisk everything together and try to get everything as smooth as possible. That way we don't have any of the clumps from the cornstarch. So you need some muscle for this.
Listen, I'm perfect for this, okay? We go to the gym, all right? This is the vibe.
All right.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
So now we're going to go ahead and turn the heat to medium. The thing with this dessert is that you cannot leave it alone.
Okay.
So you're gonna be mixing the whole time, because the problem is that with the cornstarch, obviously it's gonna solidify.
Correct.
And if you are not mixing throughout, it's just gonna clump.
Got you. Okay.
So if you want a killer upper body, make tembleque. You will feel the mixture kind of like thicken up, and it's gonna be a little bit harder to mix. It's gonna be like a sticky almost consistency.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to continue?
Yeah, let me. Okay. We've been here for the spin of death, as it seems, and look at this consistency that we got going on here. It's giving condensed milk with a little more, you know, solidification happening here. What are we looking for?
So this literally won't be probably no more than 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay.
Then we're gonna go ahead and put it into our mold. And the key is whatever mold you use, make sure you wet it a little bit. We do that in order for the tembleque not to stick.
Okay.
And whenever it finally sets, it can come out
perfect,
you know, seamlessly. Yes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and test it with a spoon real quick.
Okay.
All right, that's perfect.
Okay.
Yep. So we can take it out.
The mold?
Yep. And then we're just going to dump it Typically, you want to leave it out until obviously it's not hot anymore.
Okay.
And then at least 4 hours in the fridge for it to set.
Beautiful. Because we're smart, we already have one pre-made. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out, and that's what we'll be plating and testing today.
Okay.
So we have a little wand here that is filled with cinnamon. That is what we're gonna use to kind of give it some oomph here. This is what a tembleque looks like when it has set and it's finished. You tell me how much is too much, but I'll come in.
So basically just cover
The whole thing?
Yeah. Dust it lightly.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a tembleque. All right, so we finished our tembleque. Our rice has officially cooked down. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that steam. Look at that beautiful color coming out of that pot. Hello, you gotta try it with me. Thank you, chef. Let's see, I'm gonna get a little bit of everything. I want some pepper, some gandules, some rice. Look at that. Cheers, chef. Boom. Let's see what's up. All those flavors that we just infused in there really came through beautifully. You got all that garlic and that herbaceousness. The rice is super moist. That honestly is delicious.
Thank you so much.
You did that. We did that, actually. We did that. Now there's only one more thing left to try, and I think it's the tembleque. So let's get into that. We're gonna plate this real beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a day. Making some delicious Puerto Rican greatness. She just cut me a slice of this tembleque here. We have the beautiful arroz con gandules that we just made that she plated in this cute cast iron pot. Look at that. Now it's time for us to get into this dessert, which is what I've been waiting for. All right. Cheers. Wow. The coconut. Wow, it's like a coconut custard. That is sensational. And it was fairly easy to make. I feel like anyone at home, if you have a quick dessert that you need to take over to like a family dinner, tembleque is where it's at. Chef, thank you so much for coming through to the kitchen and teaching me a little bit of your culture. I'm very much grateful. This was all really good. And yeah, I think you had me working today.
Yeah.
I hope you guys back home learned a little something today. If you're looking for some delicious seasoning and you want to get a little bit of what we created here, Chago is where it's at. So just hit her up and get you some seasonings. It's all love. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you again for being here. Luxx and Greshka out.